political commentator Claire Pearsall now joining us live from Kent in the UK. Claire, what has this all done to the Conservative Party?
It has damaged the Conservative Party enormously. I cannot underestimate how angry people are, people in the country, but also those members and activists who have supported this party for such a long time. It is it's beggars belief, the scenes that we have had across this summer and certainly across this week. And I think to be able to turn this round is such a huge task. And I do wonder if the reputation of the party is damaged forever. And that is very, very sad. I've been a member for the past 25 years, and to see all of that hard work being undone is just a disgrace.
Also, I think what stands out to me is the very obvious hypocrisy in some of what has gone on. I mean, the party forced out Boris Johnson, and now immediately there's talk among many of bringing him right back. And look at Liz Truss, forced out because she couldn't implement her policies, only to be replaced by somebody who is not going to implement her policies. So where do you go from here to restore any kind of confidence, not just in the party, but among the public?
And I think that's the real point of this, is the general public are the ones who matter. It is their lives that we are responsible for. So to have this kind of revolving door of prime ministers, as we've seen, is just not acceptable. The very thought of Boris Johnson coming back, in my mind, is not a starter. I just think it would be the very, very worst thing that we could do. I know that there are supporters of his, but we must remember that he lost the confidence of the parliamentary party only 6-8 weeks ago. We saw all of those resignations coming in on one day. I mean, that was over 50 people in one day resigned from their jobs. And he handled so many different scandals badly that the very thought of putting him back in fills me with absolute horror. He is also the subject of an investigation by the Privileges Committee in the House of Commons, which is due to take place in November. So that could actually see him found in contempt of Parliament. He misled Parliament, which could actually lead to his resignation. So it would be ridiculous to put him back in as Prime Minister.
Yeah, excellent points there. And within Western democracies, nobody needs any more loss of faith among the public in institutions. So I think the broader sadness here is everybody witnessing this and thinking, who is, in terms of which party is even fit to govern?
And I think that's a real problem. Trust in politics and politicians across the world isn't great, but in the United Kingdom it is very, very low. And that doesn't do well for our democratic process. We are put in place to look after the interests, especially in the United Kingdom, of those residents. And to have that knocked out and to have people look at politicians and say, you are terrible, you are doing a bad job, my life is not great because of the decisions that you've made, it's very, very sad. It's not why the majority of us go into politics. We do go into politics to make things better. So I think that at the moment we need a little bit of humility, to be a bit humble and to accept that those mistakes have been made. But to be able to put this back so that the British public trust us and also on the global stage is going to be an enormous task.
I think that's extremely well put. Claire, thanks so much for being with us.